Oh Jesus! Wow, I just talked for like 3 minutes there, without realizing my microphone was off. Wow. Okay, let's restart that intro, huh? Welcome to another Wednesday night stream, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly gentlemen, but maybe a lady out there. We're gonna be playing some Angels with Scaly Wings tonight. Holy cow! I have to like requote the entire like 2 minute spiel there of silence. Okay. Hopefully, we will be kissing dragons and saving them also from mutual destruction. So for those of you who do pay attention, last week I was not streaming. That's because I was up in Seattle. Wow, very very nice. Seattle's great. I recommend it. It was a bit warm because of the forest fires and the heat wave, but nice place. So anyway, I will shut up now and actually get on with the game. So let's go ahead and launch it. Cool. So, last time, Angels with Scaly Wings. Last episode. We were saving the entire dragon race. Hopefully you've been keeping up with the whole game and whatnot. Because if you haven't, I'm about to drop some major frickin' spoilers. Angel Scaly Wings. In a nutshell, what happened was humanity is in a bit of a future. Alright, skip that. Humanity is like, I don't know, like 50, 70 years in the future or so. Society's broken down, we discovered a portal, etc., etc. The point is, the revelations that occurred last chapter were, 1. Dragons were not dragons. This isn't another world. This is Earth 65 million years ago, almost exactly. It's right before the dinosaurs wiped out. And 2, leading into 2, the dinosaurs were genetically modified by this one guy who was experimenting with portal technology. Well, his company was, but he was working for them. And it sent him into the past instead of into a different place. And then he made the dragons with genetical modifications. How's that for you? How was that recap? Was that good? I hope so. Upgrades. Also, we have some upgrades this time to stream around. Chat is actually going to appear in the top left corner up here. It should be. I've also got follow alerts and yeah, that's nice. We got a chat overlay. We got some follower alerts. We got some more becoming professional, guys. That's rare for this stream. All right. I think I've spieled for what, like 8 minutes now? Jesus Christ. All right, let's move on. Let's get going. I'm almost out of the save slots. Huh. So we got exposition dumped, and then we went back to our place. Let's forget that we were freaking. What is the term? Kidnapped and then told the entire truth of the world, and now we're just gonna hang out and kiss some dragons all day. That's good stuff. I think I covered everything, so yeah, let's just push forward. Oh yes, and god damn it, I'm okay. I have a slight cold, so you'll have to excuse my voices. They'll be even worse than they normally are, and also I may be prone to fits to coughing. I should be okay. If I'm not on the back on mic within like 2 or 3 minutes of that, maybe call the police or something. But I should be fine. Okay. All right. What is that? 9 minutes 30 seconds? I could fill out a whole podcast with me just talking shit. Anyway, seems there's nothing for me to do this morning. I guess they don't need me at the police department. Not that I mind. Remy or Adine? Well, these are both top tier choices here. So let's see here. I'm gonna go with Adine, cause why not? Good. That must be her. Parenthesized. Oh crap! I forgot how to do her voice. Jesus. This is what happens when you don't stream for 2 weeks. God damn it. I can't do high pitched voices very well. Also, how about that banging soundtrack there, boys? Okay, we just gotta get this cough out of my system. Hey, Robert. That was terrible. Holy shit. Hey, Adine. Are you ready to go? Sure am. Can't wait to see everything the festival has to offer. Festival? What? Oh, I'm sorry if I came across that way, but I don't think we'll actually have much time to take part in the festivities. Oh, really? Yeah, I'll have to spend most of my time at the competition grounds. We'll arrive there early so I can check in and do my warm-up, and I'll still have to stick around after my performance to wait for the award ceremony. Well, I guess you don't have to wait with me. You could see the rest of the festival, if you wanted to. That is out of the question. Oh, you know it is. I'm here to spend time with you. The festival is not that important. Suave. Besides, we can always see everything on one of the other festival days. True. Festival's gonna get blown up by the meteor in it. Oh, Jesus. We could even watch the big fireworks show at the end. God, I can't do female voices today. I'm gonna be coughing, spitting all over the place. Yeah, I've heard about that. Everyone keeps telling me how important it is for me to see. It's not that important, but if you have the opportunity, you really should go. I'm not sure if I'll be able to attend, but I'll gladly accompany you if you have a chance. Alright guys, just let's go. Sure, so today's agenda is emotional support, and next time we can take in all aspects of the festival. Whoa, Adine. All aspects of the festival. Sound good? Perfect. Perfectamundo. Alright, let's go then. Oh god. Even the water does not help. The water, it does nothing. It took a while for us to arrive at the festival, which had already begun by this point. The last of the booths that lined the way were still being set up, but dragons of all shapes and sizes were already pouring in. And colors. Let's not forget colors. Come on, don't be dragon racist. Instead of walking directly through the festival, we stayed outside the established paths. Yeah, paths. I said that right. God, I'm too self-conscious. Heading towards the stage where the competition was going to be held. Eventually, we arrived at a rather large open-air area near the facility that had been roped off. At one corner of the building, a few flyers had already gathered. Right, flyers. So, flyers and runners, I don't know what the meanings are, just like regular dragons? They should just be called wyverns. That's what they are. The others should be called raptors, because that's actually almost literally what they are, aren't they? Because they were spliced from dinosaur DNA. Anyway, maybe you should wait here while I get my number. Why? Don't ask questions, you silly fuck. People might get the wrong idea if you show up in the registration line. Oh, come on. I'll just get one of my flying machines. Oh, certainly. Who's to say I'm not a Blue Angels trained flight pilot, huh? You judging me? Christ. Fucking racist. I say to a banana yellow dragon. Besides, they'd certainly stare and start asking all kinds of questions. Oh yeah, we went on that. Alright, I'll just stay here then, Dean. This relationship is not going to work if you're just going to keep telling me what to do. I'll be right back. God. After Dean had waddled off to the other... What are you calling her, fat? Jesus Christ, dude. Had waddled off the other flyers, I surveyed my surroundings idly. Beyond the big open-air area... How many times are we going to say big open-air area? Seating had been provided, and I could already see a few people waiting for the competition to start. A few had even gathered on the roof of the building to watch from there. Wow, on the roof of the building, oh gee whiz. I'm back! Is that your number? No. No, it's not her number. It's not it. It's... Sorry, obvious questions are on getting my nerves today. She held up a piece of cloth with a large number printed on it. A few straps were hanging from it. Oh, a few? How many are we talking about? What, this? Oh, really? Of course not. What, this? Oh no, of course not. This is Lightning's number. Oh yeah, that's right. We did call her Lightning. Of course. I'm sorry, alright? I didn't mean to. I didn't recognize you. Sorry for the mistake. I'm one of the last to start, actually. Are we late? No, I guess the others just arrived earlier to have more time to get ready. What do you think about the other competitors? You want me to, sabotage them? Yeah? Maybe, clip a wing or two? Metaphorically, not actually. That would probably be very, bad for human-dragon relations and just relations in general. And I think it'd be kind of noticeable if you actually clipped the whole wing. Excuse me. I've seen most of them fly before. Some are really, really good. It doesn't seem like there are many newcomers here, so right now I'm the odd one out. Maybe you could use that to your advantage. That's right, that's a good point. They don't know what's coming. How so? Well, you know more about them than they do about you. Having a promising newcomer there might throw them off their game. Only problem is you're going last, so they'd already finished their game, pretty much. I'm not so sure. God damn it, Dean. I'm not so sure about that. After all, it's not as if any of our already choreographed performances would change based on what others do now. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Each of us just tries to do their best. Best. Most of them are seasoned flyers, so they already know how to deal with that kind of pressure. If anything, I'm the one who might get nervous and mess up. I do have one advantage, though. I'm still pretty young. Oh god, how young are you, Dean? Oh, Jesus. Please tell me you're legal. Otherwise, this relationship is going in the wrong direction. And this is a sport with a great amount of wear and tear. There comes a certain point in time where you just can't perform as you used to. Oh my god. As you just can't perform as well anymore as you used to. Jesus Christ, I butchered that sentence. Many complicated maneuvers can only be performed by younger athletes. The older ones can make up for it using their experience and with better execution of easier moves. In the end, a daring newcomer like me could surprise the audience and judges with something new and unexpected, which is exactly what I plan to do. How good do you think your chances are? With a bit of luck, I might even be able to win. This is just a local competition, after all. But you know what? Just being here right now and performing in front of so many people is a win for me. People will know me, and I'll probably even get a mention somewhere in local paper. Dragons' 80% can't be the same as human. I mean, you got a good point there. How long does it take for like lizards to grow up? Right? Yeah, it's gotta be younger. It's gotta be at least younger, a couple of years younger. So they gotta be like, what, 10, maybe? 10 to be like a mature adult? I think that's almost a little too old, because most animals mature a lot faster than humans. Alright. Are we gonna get into a biological debate here? On a Wednesday night stream? Is that what we're doing? Alright. I've trained for years, and my application to compete finally got accepted. Now I just have to make the most of it, and I'll be happy. That's a positive outlook. I can still hardly believe that I'm here. This is the moment I've worked so hard for. Oop. Forgot scrolling up. Reverses the text. And I'll be watching you. Oh, stop it. You're making me nervous. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Can you help me with this? Uh-oh. She spread out her wing, and only then did I notice that her shoulder joint was tightly bandaged. Oh, what's that for? It's just a training bandage to stabilize my shoulder after that little blunder you witnessed last time. We can't fly with these in a competition, though, so I'll have to take it off. Okay. I opened the bandage, carefully unwrapping her wing. There you go. Thanks. She spread both of her wings, beating them a few times. I couldn't help but noticing that the previously bandaged wing was sagging noticeably, compared to its counterpart, as if it were misaligned. She seemed to be examining her shoulders, somewhat lost in thought when I spoke up. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes, of course, why wouldn't I? Because you're fucking... Jesus Christ. I can see you're straining without the bandage. I'm fine, really. Don't worry about it. If you're fine without the bandage, how come you were wearing it up to just now? Did you need it for practice too? If you couldn't practice without it, maybe you aren't ready to compete without it yet. Dude, simmer down. Like, I'm... Look, dude. I'm 100% with you, man. I'm 100%... I mean, you are me, but I play you. But I agree with what you're saying, but... Maybe you shouldn't say it right now, because she's... We're insinuating something that she may not like. Fucking told you. That's the exact face I was looking for. Since when are you suddenly an expert on flying? Well, I mean... We were flightless animals that conquered the ability to not fly with machines, but... I'm the one who's been doing this for years, not you. This is my dream we're talking about. Do you want them to see you in this condition and judge you based on that rather than when you're at your best? I just have to try, you know? When if something goes wrong, though, you don't want to be in that position. One sec, guys. Okay, you don't want to hear my sniffles on camera, so I'm going to try to mute them. If I start making excuses now, maybe I'll never stop. I'll always be too nervous, or too injured, or didn't eat right the day before. I feel bad enough as it is. Jesus Christ, now look at her. Now look what you did, you dope. See, this is why men are terrible. It wasn't that funny, but... God damn it. I crack myself up. I gotta. Right now, I have the chance to do this, and if I don't take it, maybe I never will. I'll always be just a server and delivery girl making minimum wage. Is this one chance really too much to ask for? No, but it doesn't have to be right now. There will always be another year. Come on, dude. No. You're discouraging too much. Man. Just set the wing without them noticing, and then she'll be like 10 out of 10, and then you'll win, and then you marry her, and maybe I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. They've never seen you compete before. If you fly now, they'll judge you based on this performance. You only have one chance at making a first impression, and you know it won't be your best if you fly right now. If it's not good enough, maybe they won't invite you again next year. If you fly now, they won't accept any excuses, but if you tell them you're injured, they might let you fly another time. But I don't want to wait another year. I want to do it now. I trained so much, even with this injury, and you tell me I should just let it go? Yeah, dude, are you just telling me to let it go? Come on, dude. Come on, man. I'm just gonna ruin her dreams right now, dude. Jesus Christ. Why never agreed to fucking crush her dreams right now? I just can't help thinking about last time. If you crash like that again, there's no sand here to cushion your fall. It would be much worse. You think I don't know that? That I'm not already worrying about this more than I ever have for anything else? I just don't want to make excuses anymore. I don't want to wonder if I'll ever amount to anything more than a waitress. I want to be able to follow my dream, and I don't want to wait another year to find out. What about Emily? Oh, Jesus Christ, dude, you're like twisting her wing. You're like, fucking hell. Well, twisting her arm, but like her wing, and I just realized that her, okay, well, it's a metaphor with dragons. I just swatched, okay, you know what I'm talking about. If something happened to you, how do you think they would explain to her that you just suddenly stopped showing up, huh? Dude, you're fucking pissing her off, dude. Like, come on. Don't you dare bring her into this. She has nothing to do with it. Like it or not, what you are doing could have consequences, and there are others besides you who will be affected if something goes wrong. Gee, why am I being such a dick? What the hell? You know what? I will fly and do the best damn job I've ever done if there's nothing you can do to stop me. Was this my ploy? I hope this was my ploy. This is a very bad ploy if this was my ploy. The hell are you doing, dude? Before I could reply, she angrily stomped off towards the building, where, by now, a number of princesses had arrived. While I had failed to convince her, at least I could say that I tried my hardest to stop her. I didn't want to stop her. Did I make a decision somewhere that was like, yeah, actually, you know what? You know that dream that you've been waiting for your entire life? Nah. No. You don't get it anymore. I don't think you can do it, buddy. Well, bang, okay? Jesus Christ. Wow, where did this come from? I don't know. I don't remember playing this character. I don't remember this role play here. I don't remember rolling this number on my personality test. I asked myself whether I even wanted to watch the competition at that point. It was possible that she'd do even better than expected, but if my experience was any indication, her performance would not turn out well. In the end, I decided to stay and watch from the sidelines. I didn't want to join the rest of the audience, as I was sure it would get me unwanted attention. You can't say you're gonna get unwanted attention after you basically tried to crush her dream, dude. Like, sorry, she's not interested in you, man. She's just not that into you. As the competition started, I lost myself in thought, thinking over the conversation I had with Adine while watching the other contestants half-heartedly. Adine had been right, some of them were really, really good, but based on what I had seen at her practice session, she did have a shot at winning if everything went well for her. Even though my rational mind doubted that would happen, for her own sake, I hoped it would. She better fucking win, I swear to God, game. You killed Bryce. Spoilers. You killed Bryce. You killed... Was it Maverick who died? No, it was Lorem, didn't it? And then Ipsum. Yeah, Lorem fucking died. Jesus Christ, you killed a lot of my characters. And, that one, Rachel? Raven? I think Raven. Anyway, I don't even remember her name, I just remember she died. That was awful. Excuse me. One by one, the contestants showed off their skills in a variety of moves, usually followed by the applause of the audience. Usually. Except for that one really shitty one. You know what I'm talking about. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. The blue one, I'm not saying I'm racist against blues, but come on. Like, that guy? Jesus Christ, let him in. Eventually, it was time for Dean's turn. Oh, Christ. Next on the stage is number 11. A promising newcomer who will show her skills to the public here for the very first time in her debut performance. Please welcome Lightning! There was an excited bout of clapping. The audience was always curious to see a newcomer on the stage. Is there really a stage that's going to open it? Thought it was an open-air arena, or area. However, after a few seconds passed, Adine still hasn't emerged. An awkward silence set in as the audience's applause stopped and everyone sat anxiously, waiting for her to show up. No! What the fuck? She never did. After half a minute or so had passed, the announcer's voice once more echoed across the area. Oh god, did I fuck it up? Oh, Jesus. My apologies. It looks like number 11 will not be flying today. Next up is number 12, a certain veteran you may know for his somewhat unusual technique. Before I could even ask myself what had happened, I saw Dean walking out of the building and coming towards me. Hey, Dean, what did you do? Let's just go somewhere else. Okay. Dude, you fucked it up. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, Christ. Oh, no. No. It's gonna get real sad. We walked away from the festival and sat down under a tree in the outskirts of town. As the competition was already nearly over, the darkness had already set in. Here should be good. So, what made you reconsider? You were right with everything you said. When I was inside and had a bit of time to cool off, I realized I didn't want to do it like this, even if I had to wait another year. How do you feel now? I knew it was the right thing to do, but I can't help thinking that I just came so close. That I could have done it if it hadn't been for that stupid accident. You'll have another chance, I promise. Don't make promises you can't keep. Ellipses. Hey, Robert, look at the sky. Can you see that light? The one that looks a bit brighter than all the others? It's a meteor. It's a meteor. I looked up and saw many celestial bodies lighting up the sky. One of them was noticeably... Oh, Jesus, you're missing an E here. Oh, God. Noticeably brighter than all of the other stars. Yeah? I usually practice in the evening and stay until it's dark, so I see the stars pretty often. I noticed something about that one. It moves. How does it move? It looks pretty stationary to me. You won't notice it just by looking at it, but over the last couple of weeks, I have noticed that it has changed positions when comparing it to other stars. It can't be a star then. Stars don't move. Well, actually... I'm just going to sum it up. Stars do move. In the night sky, we could either talk about stars moving by the rotation of the Earth or actually moving. But yeah, I mean, stars are pretty stationary for the most part. But they do move. Like, the North Star in Egypt's time was very different. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to spurg about that for a half hour otherwise. Stars do move, just incredibly distantly slowly. They have an office in one of the cities that watches these kinds of things. I called them about it a while ago. What did they say? It's just an asteroid passing by. It's even been on the news a few times. That makes it sounds... Oh no, you got your typos up. Pretty important. Yeah, it's a big one apparently. Otherwise we wouldn't even be able to see it without a telescope. Do they think it's dangerous? Because I think it's dangerous. Why would it be? I don't know. It could hit the moon or something like that. They assured me it's not going to happen. They say calculating the paths of celestial bodies is a very complicated science, and not really an exact one. That is true. They know it's not going to hit the moon, but they're watching it to make sure it passes safely. Not that just watching would make a difference. They don't really know anything more. Apparently they're also really underfunded. Ain't that the frickin' truth? The council doesn't see the need to waste people's time and money to look into the sky all day. That is not astronomy dark. Okay. This is too close to home. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna be a little spurgy about that. I'm gonna spiel a bit. That's strange, don't you think? It used to be a pretty important job, but over time the funding got less and less until only this token office in our biggest city was left. I see. I was like, NOAO. It's such a shame, since the whole institution was based on our creation story. In what way? In one of the stories, our creator told us to watch the skies. Oh, God. How religious are you, really? What exactly do you mean? Well, dragons have these myths about humans. How many of them do you actually believe are true? Oh, I believe all of it. I just love reading all the stories. Theories and all of that. Why is that? Well, I think there's a lot we can learn from it. Much of our society is based on it, including our laws and traditions. I see. Can I ask you a question? Sure, go ahead. Oh, Jesus, you're ruining it. Oh, God. What? Oh, fuck. What would you think if I told you that I am a time traveler from the future? Hey, don't joke about something like that. Why not? Because I'd believe you. Besides, if you really were a time traveler, I think you come from the past, like the time when we were created. Really? Why is that? Because that's the only time in our history where we know of humans ever being here. If you came from the future, that would mean humans were to show up at some point in our future history, and I'm not sure how or why that would happen. Wouldn't that mean that I was your creator? Oh, geez, this is not the right way to have you having this conversation. Well, not necessarily. There could have been other humans around, right? Your myths only mentions one, though. Point, counterpoint, point, counterpoint. Yeah, but people speculate, trying to find explanations for these old myths. Maybe there were more humans around and they all just died, or their creation rebelled and killed them. Others say they fled across the ocean. We just don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I like reading about all the theories and trying to piece the puzzle together myself. That's why I want to visit that underground building we found. Some of the theories are quite out there. Like what? Well, for one example, one says that humans are really aliens who came from a different planet. They created us for some reason and then just vanished again. What would they do that for? Maybe in his... Okay. Maybe it's an experiment and they're testing us. Some say they're always watching us from up there somewhere with a giant mothership and that maybe one day they'll return when we're ready to join them. Ow. Just hit my microphone, sorry. That is pretty out there, I'll say. Told you so. What about the humanity you come from, though? Why don't you tell me more about your world? I don't like talking about that. It's much prettier here. I don't believe you. It's the truth. I'll believe it when I see it with my own eyes. I'd love to visit your world. I don't think it'd be a good idea to visit us right now. God, okay, yes. The writing around this point of the game seems to get very kind of long-winded. Ow. But I guess it's accurate conversations, but, I don't know. Still love this game, though, let's be honest. Why not? Do you know what our world is like? Are there any rumors about that? Not really. There hasn't been much speculation about that yet. Of course, we're curious, though. Next time we want to send one of our ambassadors into your world to make it even and all that. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Don't be so negative. I'm sorry. It's really not up to me to determine the best course of action. I'm just a lowly ambassador after all. Not quite as lowly as a waitress with nothing more than high aspirations. Maybe it's time for me to go home. No, please no. I would walk you, but I guess you'd be faster if you flew. Nah, I'd rather not, without the bandage. Are you serious? And you were going to do your performance like that? I know, I shouldn't have tried. You don't have to bring that up again. I'm sorry. For what it's worth, I think you made the right decision in the end. Thank you. Shall we go then? Oh, Jesus. Sure. Oh God, we're walking her home, boys. What the hell? Is it happening? Uh-oh. I'm gonna need more water for this. Oh, Jesus. I'll be right back. Just listen to the sensual sounds of Dean's apartment, apparently. How does she open those drawers? She's got little claws at the end of her wings, right? Haven't you noticed those? And she's got a tail, dude. Come on. Come on. Actually, that's a good point. How does she open those drawers? Those aren't handles. Well, she still grips it and pull it, huh? Are you talking about the little ones? Huh. Maybe it's like a handle where you like go from the bottom up. In that case, you could totally do it. Dude, I'm sure she manages, alright? Jesus Christ, they're not complete idiots. Anyway. That's a good point, Isaac's Visions. She could open it with her mouth. That's a good fucking point right there. See? Clearly we have a dragonologist in our midst. Do you want to come in for a bit? Would be a shame for you to have come all this way for nothing. Sure. Sure. I mean, sure. I mean, sure. She opened the door, wiping her feet on the doormat before she went inside. Can I offer you something to drink, maybe? Yes. Yes, it would be. No, thanks, I'm good. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Just get, like, some vino. A vino. And a little bit of vino and spaghetti. You know, have a nice romantic dinner. Turn on the candle. Have a good time. How about some TV? That could be interesting. Come on, dude. Actually, no, this is a good idea. Let's go with this direction. Yes. All right. Great. Let's sit together, watch some TV, snuggle up. That's how it happens. Let's get this magic going. That could be interesting. I haven't watched TV in ages, and I don't have one in the apartment. You're right. You've got a pretty decent apartment, but they didn't provide a TV. I wonder why. Maybe they wanted to avoid culture shock or something like that? Got a shelf full of books, though. Why would books be fine, but not a TV? I suppose when they give me books, they know what I'm going to read, but on TV, they can't really regulate the content I'm going to see. At least if TV works the same as ours used to. Excuse me. That's true. Maybe they just thought your time would be better spent elsewhere. I guess. If they didn't want me to watch TV, they certainly never told me. Actually, there's a series on right now that could be pretty interesting to you. What is it? Well, I'm not going to tell you. Do you want me to put it on or not? Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. Eddie turned on the TV and a brief flicker appeared on the screen before it was filled with the image of a house from the outside. Well, that doesn't look unusual. Just wait a bit. The camera cut to the inside of the home while the chattering of small talk could be heard. Then some figures entered the living room on the screen. They were whoa, what the hell? Grotesque, malformed creatures with rather cartoony proportions covered in odd lumps all over their body. They all shared the same odd skit tone. It was clear to me that these figures were played by actors in obviously fake, bulky costumes and reminded me of mascots. Oh, Jesus. Dragons playing humans. Oh, no. What are those? Humans? Fucking knew it. Humans. That's the name of the series. It's a typical sitcom about a contemporary family as we would expect it, but the twist is that everyone is human. You can't make this shit. This is interdimensional cable, folks. This is true TV right there. That is excellent filmmaking. TV making? I don't know. And then I realized when I hadn't been able to identify the creatures on the screens as humans, they were all naked. Since the dragon's concept of clothing was different, they applied their own principles when creating the series. It was quite bizarre to see a typical family sitcom where all the characters were in obviously fake costumes and also happened to be naked. Do you like it? It's one of my favorites. While it is a sitcom, it manages to address serious and deep issues fairly often, which I don't think would be as effective if we weren't watching them through the lens of this alternate reality. Yes. That's what we want from my sitcoms. It's good. This one isn't a bad episode, but it's already nearly over. Guess there's no point in just watching the ending. True. At this point, the credits were already rolling, and Nadine turned off the TV again. What do you think? Let's just say if a human looking like that suddenly showed up in our world, people would probably run away screaming. They don't look that bad. Sure, it's impressive if we consider what they had to work with, but there's a few things they got wrong. Like what? Is this going Bryce's route? For one, humans mostly wear clothing, and secondly, we don't have tails. Well, actually, yeah, no, we don't. Well, some people are born with tails, but yeah, no, we don't have tails. Oh, those are just small details. The series is still good, though. Is it popular? For sure, many people love it. I see. I hope they aren't too scared of me when they see how different I am, though. I didn't run away screaming when I first met you, did I? True. That's your... Oh, God. Now that you're already... now that you're already here, there's something you could help me with. What is it? Uh-oh. Yeah, those claws are definitely, like, fingers. You could very easily use them. Well, it'd be a huge favor to ask, and it's kinda embarrassing. Just say it, the worst thing I can do is say no. How should I say this? It's about my shower. Boom. Oh, we're in, boys. Ooh, swish. Shit, you guys can't see my movements. I can't... I'm like dribbling a basketball and like throwing into a swish. Fuck it. Home run. Yeah. Woo! Alright. Excuse me. Is this what's going? Plumbing job? Alright. I get pretty dirty from practice sometimes, especially from the bad landings, and recently the detachable shower head broke. That usually wouldn't be too much of a problem, but with this injury, I can't quite reach a few places on my own. It's already not ideal having to manage everything with my wings, but now it's even harder. You want me to scrub your back? Oh, I was gonna think you fix your shower, but yeah, this works. How did you guess that, by the way? That had nothing to do. I guess you could put it that way. I told you it was embarrassing. Okay, obviously there's only one direction this goes in, guys. I mean, let's be honest. I'm gonna save just because it's a choice, but obviously, like, what? Like, I mean, what kind of fucking idiot do you think I am, huh? Yeah, I'll do it. Don't worry about it. I'm glad to help. Completely oblivious guy. Yeah, sure. I'll scrub your back. Uh-huh. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll fix this for you. Okay, well, that's kind of a weird turn of phrase to use, but sure, I'll yeah. Just like 3 years later, oh shit, she was hitting on me. Fuck. Some people are so oblivious, and I feel like my character is. Anyway, thanks. This way. Why am I just like, yeah, I'll scrub your back instead of fixing it? Because I can't do that. I'll just scrub your back. There's nothing weird about that. It's just something friends do, you know? I do that with all of my friends. I scrub their backs all the time. Oh, what? I followed her, entering the rather large bathroom. This shower's huge. I wouldn't mind having one of these. No, I do not actually. Jesus Christ. No, I don't. Oh my god. No, David and I, no, that has never happened, and anything he says to the contrary is a lie. That has never happened. I was being facetious. I think that's the right way to say it. This isn't just your regular dragon-sized shower. It's made specifically for a flyer like me. We need enough room to stretch our wings. Just think of the possibilities. Come on, dude. This is like really cheap. This is like fanfiction dialogue. Oh, God, she takes off her goggles. What the fuck is... Someone text me? What the... Think someone text... Sorry, hold on. Yeah, okay, hold on. Did that for you. Sorry about that. She took off her goggles and stepped into the roomy walk-in shower. After pressing a button on the wall... button of showers... A water started flowing from the shower head mounted on the wall. She moved around a bit, stretching this way and that in order to cover her whole body in the water. Soon afterwards, she pressed the button on the wall again. Oh, jeez. And the water flow stopped. She turned to show me her back, wings splayed. Oh boy. Oh Jesus. Oh lordy. Also, doesn't that look like a fin at around her head? And screenshot. The soap and sponge. This is lewd. The soap and sponge should be right there. I took a sponge that wasn't unlike the ones in use from back home and added some soap from a rather large bowl. It seemed to me that each species had their own challenges that needed to be overcome when it came to daily tasks like this one, emphasized by all the different design choices when it came to everyday items. You can start with the wings and work your way down from there. Oh, Jesus. Sure thing. This is completely normal. Those are dials, those are not buttons. Excuse me, that is not consistent design there. I couldn't help making a joke to ease the tension a bit when I put the sponge on her muzzle. Hey, it looks like you got something here. Oh, wait. That's just your stripes. Ha! Good one. Hey, stop that. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Good job. Now I've got soap in my nose. Started scrubbing her wings. Now that I could see them up close and fully extended, I found them to be quite impressive. They look like bat wings with the points like that. Ellipses. You know, I actually tried to do that before. What do you mean? Washing off those stripes? Oh no. Why? Ellipses. Well, I was just a child back then. You know how kids are. They make fun of everything. No, I don't know if human children are the same way. They are, trust me. This music's not helping. Don't press too hard there. That's the injured shoulder. Injured shoulder. I don't see the injury. Okay. I'll be careful. Oh my god. Fucking. Hi, Logic. Eventually, I reached her lower back, and while I was washing a particular spot on her left side, I could see her leg twitching slightly. Oh, Jesus. Are you ticklish there? Don't deny our love, Oni-chan. Oh, God. I guess you noticed. What happens if I do this? Oh, no. Dude, This is... this is a mature stream, but I don't know if we can show that on Twitch. I repeated my administrations, moving the sponge in circles over that particular spot. Hey, stop that! She started squirming, and suddenly her tail whacked around and hit me in the face. Oof, that's a comedy. Causing me to stumble and fall over backwards. Are you okay? I guess I deserved that. Well, you tickle the dragon, you get the tail, apparently. The forked tip of her tail was still hovering inches in front of my face. Its peculiar shape reminded me of something, and I couldn't help but grab it and hold it like a telephone. Oh, God. Hello? Hello? What are you doing? I think your phone isn't working. Stop being silly. How can you go from, you're flying, you shouldn't do it. It's bad. It's just, your wing hurt. And then to hello? Dasan? What are you doing? Your tail is like a phone. Got him. Like, what the fuck? What personality is this person? Alright, I'm nearly done anyway. I resumed my scrubbing. By now, only her tail was left. Not being entirely sure about my technique, I moved the sponge over the tail's whole length in small circles. I was nearly... What the fuck is this shit? Third grader's attempt at Twilight? Oh my god. When I was nearly done, I noticed a low rumble emanating from her, reminding me of what an oversized cat's purr might sound like. Is that... Are you purring? Suddenly her expression changed as she looked over her shoulder. Oh, are you done? You should take a step back if you don't want to get hit by the water. Come on, dude. It's not like this is... Oh, God. Hey, man. This Reddit's not so bad. It's not like it's Sakura Spirit. Oh... Burn. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Isaac's Visions. Please don't take that the wrong way. Alright, I'm sure that those games are lovely. I mean, I know you hate Sakura Spirit, but I'm sorry. You drag? Do you think I know? I don't know, man. Ask the dragonologist in chat. I don't know, probably. God knows. What do dragons have? That's probably your answer right there. After I left the shower again, she pressed a button. Someone is off the Christmas card. Oh, the Christmas card. Come on, it's Sakura Spirit. Oh, God. It's Sakura Spirit, come on. That's the bad one. I'm allowed to make fun of Sakura Spirit. Sakura, like, Agent or whatever. Kuranova. Fantasy, whatever. Those are, I guess, better, I assume. I haven't played them, so I can't speak. From what I understand, they are better. But come on, I can make fun of Sakura Spirit. Jesus. After I left the shower... Yes! Okay, there we go. See? Now she didn't have any reason to be upset. Anyway. Other than those other titles. Yeah, okay. This is sponsored by Winged Cloud, apparently? I don't know. After I left the shower again, she pressed a button on the wall, and the water resumed once more. She only stood under it briefly and moved around a bit until the water had completely washed off the suds. When she turned her off the water again, I realized that it didn't cling to her much at all. After she shook herself for a bit, she stepped out again, nearly dry. You know, actually, thinking about it, I wonder what area I'm from. Like if I had a soda in the game, like the character I'm playing, if there was a soda, would I call them like a soda, or would I call it, because I call it a soda, I'm West Coast, I guess. Would I call it a pop? Would I call it a Coke? Would I call it a sody pat? Just one of many mysteries, I think, of this game. That popped into my head. I had to say it. Thanks. I really needed that. You're welcome. Please don't leave me. Please don't make me go. It's probably getting late for you, and I already held you up this long. Don't worry about it. Oh, it's already dark outside. It was dark when we freaking... I guess that took longer than I thought. I'm not supposed to go outside this late. You're right. We were advised... Oh... would call it Path Many Mysteries sick. Please stop. Please. English is my second language. I'm allowed to not speak it well, alright? You're right, we were advised by the police to stay inside after nightfall because of everything that's going on. Oh, what is happening? For me, this is even more important. We don't know if there's anyone out there who might want to target me. Like Reza? I suppose you'll just have to spend the night then. Score. Fucking yes. Yes! I guess so. And screenshot. I guess so. Oh, come on. You can't just cut to black. Oh, I guess fucking you can. What? Another free day. Yay me. Well, I guess I only really have one option here. Either get some rest or meet with Remy. Well, Remy is second best, so let's go with Remy. This is just like one of my Mongolian Shadow Puppet plays. I know, right? It's very kawaii. Thank you, thank you again for helping me the other day. Oh fuck, how was Remy's voice again? He's not really a Poindexter. He's kind of, I mean, he is a kind of a Poindexter, huh? I guess he's a Poindexter. All right, we're gonna go Poindexter. Thank you again for helping me the other day. Without you, I would have been trapped sorting books for a few more hours. Inviting you over for dinner is the least I can do. What? Excuse me? What are these dialogue options? Let's see. Oh Jesus, with the shaving and the loading. Oh god. Alright, I'm putting this up to chat. Alright guys, which one? I'm not doing potato, alright, so don't even try that. I'm going for 3. Going for 3. There's something else you could do for me. It's no problem, really. It really is. Potato. Taters. Smack him. Yeah, put him in a stew. What's taters, precious? Alright, yeah. You know, there's something else in particular you could do for me. Well, that without blush. I mean, potato was the obvious choice, but I'm not allowing that because I'm not playing an idiot, alright? Okay, I'm playing a little bit of one. What are you talking about? What? There's nothing else coming from that? Anyways, is there anything in particular you would like to eat? Dude. Anything will do. Anything will do, or I could go for some meat right now. Anything will do. Just like hardcore, just like innuendos to the max, or screw it. Let's go innuendos to the max. I'm gonna save here. I could go for some meat right now, if you know what I mean. Of course, I have a few steaks left. This might take a while, so make yourself at home. With those words, Remy walked into the partially walled-off kitchen. There was no doors, so I saw him open the fridge and take out 2 steaks before he set them on the counter. Soon after, he was already preparing the various ingredients with his somewhat clumsy paws. Paws? Like claws? They were claws. He was silent for a moment and then lifted his snout and looked at me from over the partition. What is it? I was just thinking about something. Uh-oh. I could help cook if you like. Cook. Don't worry about it. Alright. I looked around the apartment as Remy cooked and couldn't help but notice the almost mesmerizing tidiness that permeated the place. Shelves were filled with books, scrolls, magazines, and other various trinkets. Suddenly, the repetitious noise of vegetables being cut ceased as Remy returned from the adjoining room. I'll be back in just a minute. He went down the hall and vanished through the bathroom door. What should I do? Escape while I still can? Come on! Search his bedroom? Oh, Jesus. No, Jesus. There were a lot of dishes in the trash last time. Go into the bathroom. Oh, fucking hell. Let's examine the shelves. Let's go with that. I moved over to the shelves and idly looked through the books and scrolls. Scrawls. Nothing particularly interesting caught my eye. From the titles alone, it seemed all genres were more or less represented. Fiction and non-fiction alike. The scrolls were neatly... Oh, that's not capitalized. were neatly sorted in holders, though I couldn't make out the logical consistency behind their arrangement. Anatomy, huh? Let's check that out. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm not quite sure what I expected. That dove inside. Look at the pictures. I picked up one of the framed photos to examine it more closely. It was a red dragon. I guessed that it was a female of young adult or college age, though I wasn't sure, as it was still hard to tell without looking at the obvious signs. Her crimson-scaled head was adorned with frills that ran down to the back of her neck. She wasn't familiar to me. Look at the pictures? Sure. The second picture showed Remy in his typical attire, tie, glasses, and all. The picture of himself just sitting there? Alright. The bathroom door opened and revealed the white dragon. As he approached, I felt my stomach grumble quietly. That's not really quiet grumble. I barely heard the muffled sound, but when I saw Remy's ears perk, I realized he had more sensitive ears than I expected. Oh shit. Hungry already, I take it. No, I'm not gonna lift my shirt. What? Dude, that's not... Okay, like, I get being innuendo-y, but that's a little too far. Okay, fine. We'll save and then reload for that. Fine. Unless this game screws me. Oh my god. Okay. I pulled up my shirt and exposed my belly to the dragon's gaze. My hand stroked his fucking face. His hand stroked it in a circular motion. My hand stroked it in a circular motion, caressing the skin, hair, and body fat beneath. I think that's a lot of hair. Or just a little peach fuzz. Okay, I'm reloading. Fucking hell. This fucking dour grin. Or dour expression. I suppose so, although your stomach already answered that question for you. I'm not going forward with that one. Holy shit. Oh my god. Why? Why are these all in Remy's room? Why can't I do that in freaking Dean's room? Christ. After entering the kitchen once more, I saw the dragon look over the kitchen partition again. His mouth opened a little as though he were going to speak, but his brow scrunched with hesitation. Before I could say anything, he shook his head and continued to cook. Soon I heard the sizzling of frying meat as the delicious smell of steak wafted into the room. Fueled by its fragrant odor, God, I can't get it out of my mind. I slowly lost myself to daydreams as I closed my eyes. Oh, Jesus. Is something wrong? You are salivating. It's nothing. I was just thinking about something. Well, the food is ready. Enjoy. I looked down and saw that a plate was already in front of me, piled with steak and vegetables. Remy was already eating, so I took the knife he had provided and cut off a small corner of my steak. And I pierced it with the fork. Do we really need like a half a paragraph on how I'm eating? Okay, I guess we do. Its 3 prongs penetrate the flesh unrelentingly. Slowly, I raised it to my mouth, and my tongue glided over the pear substance briefly as it entered my lips. Christ, this is like, is this like a fetish? Is this? I don't know. I took the first bite. A delicately crisp exterior with a much softer and juicier inside. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is, inside can be used as a noun. Okay. Please. It melted on my tongue like butter as the taste spread to even the remotest corner of my mouth. It was almost perfect. Wow, dude, way to fucking criticize. So, what were you thinking about? Huh? Yeah. Remy's words snapped me back to reality. You said you were thinking about something. Do you live here by yourself? I do. Honestly, you're the first business to visit in a while. He spoke softly and his gaze wandered. Oh, I see. Thank you again for inviting me. Why did you use a stove to cook? I mean, can't you just use your fire? Well, for one, not all of us have that ability. Besides, we still appreciate the convenience that comes with appliances like this one, and not everyone wants to eat food cooked with someone else's breath. Breathing fire indoors is also a little unsafe. I see, that makes a lot of sense. I met a mirror recently. You met my boss? She was hanging around Tatsu Park. She certainly does that a lot. I'll give you one piece of advice. Don't ever work for a politician. Thinking about those recent murders. Oh, what a terrible thing. People can be so cruel sometimes. They can be. Where I come from, incidents like this are unfortunately fairly common. Jesus Christ, Detroit? Chicago? Truly, here it is almost oh, two ends. Ooh, Jesus. The writing quality seems to have kind of wavered slightly here. I don't know, maybe just a lot of typos I'm noticing more or something like that, but just love this game. And honestly, the typos, like with so many words, you're gonna have typos, but it just kind of niggles at me. One just needs to take a look at the statistics. Post pictures of the houses. One just needs to take a look at the excuse me, statistics to realize that this is very unusual, or just an exceptionally bad week. Nothing in particular. Anyways, how do you like the food? It is adequate. I would marry this steak if I could. Seeing how it is already half gone, I don't think this marriage would last particularly long. Soon both of our plates were picked clean. I guess I judged your portion correctly, unless you want more. I'm good, thanks. That was an interesting steak. What kind of meat was that? Those were auroch steaks. Are you familiar with that animal? Aurochs, yeah. Those are like, I may have auroch, oh god. Dang, you got meat slammed? I may have heard of aurochsen before. Oh Christ, I am butchering that name. That is not how you say it. Yeah, it's an ancestor of cattle. Yeah. I know. I knew. That's what I thought. What it was. Yeah, there you go. They are rather large bovine animals, characterized by their horns and body shape. We get a range of products from them, from meat and milk to subproducts like butter and cheese. In addition to felt, leather, oils, and creams, we even use their horns and bones for a variety of things. My okay, times 5. So great grandfather was an auroch, according to Cripple Cow. So that's not that many generations back. Damn, wow. Was he a crippled auroch? That's what I want to know. Was he an unabled? God damn it, that's a fucking bad pun. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. That sounds similar to an animal we have back at home. Speaking of unfamiliar animals, that voice crack. Why don't you tell me more about your species? Are you referring to me or all of us? Our society is comprised of a number of different species, which you have probably noticed by now. Injured auroch. There we go. See? There you got all the vowels. I guess all of you. Let's start with the basics. I'm sure you're aware, but unlike the mammalian aurochs, we are reptiles. Though this makes me wonder about you. Based on your fur, I'd guess that you are a mammal, but you're very different from other mammals we know. In the same vein, you don't share any characteristics with our reptiles back home. And by the way, we don't have fur, but hair. It's fur, dude. It's fur, dude. What's the difference? Fur is more dense than hair. That seems... Is that so? Interesting. I was wondering something. Are you wearing all those coverings to make up for a lack of hair? I suppose that's one reason why humans wear clothes. They also provide warmth and protection, and are used to differentiate us from one another. Sometimes uniforms are used as identification, other times clothes are just ornamental. What a person wears can tell us something about the person itself. Sarcasm is off the scale. That sounds complicated. We also have uniforms and wear some things for ornamental reasons, though our uses aren't quite as extensive. That brings up an interesting question. Are you endo or exothermic? Is it pochiliotherm? I don't know. We produce our own body heat. Oh, okay. Wait, dragons clearly believe in missing link conspiracies? Exo. That is unusual. Where we come from, all reptiles are endothermic, unless you count birds as reptiles, I guess. But none of your reptiles are sentient, correct? Maybe it has something to do with our different brain structures. Maybe. Now that you've been in our world for a while, how do you like it here? I like the people. I like the landscape. I like the people. I like the landscape. I like the people. That is good to hear. Cultural differences can make things very difficult sometimes, even within the same species. I'm glad things are working out for you so far. Except for, the murders, but Oh, I just remembered. I was able to save my game after all. Your interference was only a minor setback. Is that... That seems like sarcasm. I just want to see. It turned out it wasn't a big deal after all. If that hadn't worked out so well, I would have had to consider making you play up to that point again for me. I wouldn't mind playing some of your video games. Yeah, actually, that'd be fun. Is that so? Yeah, they're fun. I'd like to see what kind of games you have here. I'll keep that in mind. Perhaps I can show you sometime. Oh, Jesus, we got a gamer. Gamer alert. Boop, boop, boop. You're not a true gamer. You are not a true gamer unless you are a mammal. I'm glad that you're here. Since you arrived in our world, we haven't really had the chance to just sit down and talk. I agree. What is wrong with this collar tie? I don't know. I think it's like a belt. I agree. It's been a busy time for me, as you can imagine. Oh, of course. Thanks for taking the time to pay me a visit. I always have so many things to take care of that it's hard for me to find time to do something simple like this. At least it worked out this time. You do have a point, though. I don't really know that much about you. I know where you work, but most of our conversations so far have revolved around things other than you and me. Why don't you tell me more about yourself? Oh, Jesus. Sorry for the misclicks there. I don't know. I don't really like talking about myself. Why not? I guess I wouldn't know what to say. I'm not really that interesting. I don't believe you. There's also the uncertainty of not knowing how another person will react to something I say. I don't want to embarrass myself. Hey, at least you told me that. That's something. I suppose. Anyway, now that you see my apartment, I'm wondering what your home on the other side of that portal looks like. It's nothing special. Yours is prettier. Actually, everything here looks nice in comparison to back home. Is that so? In some ways, I'm really not looking forward to returning, but it's not like I have a choice in the matter. I suppose you could always visit if you wanted to. It wouldn't be that easy, I'm afraid. There was an extensive process involved for selecting that who would go through the portal, and I was only one of many applicants. I'm still surprised that I ended up being chosen. Well, at least you're here now. Indeed. So what have you been up to since the last time I saw you? You mean since I went into the kitchen to cook the steaks? Very funny. I'm just messing with you, Robert. With all the talking, I totally forgot about dessert. That second one. You don't have to bother, I'm on a diet. Would it happen to be a cream pie with a cherry on top? I'm up for some dessert. Okay, that's a little too overtly innuendo. Overt innuendo. I'm just going to have some dessert. I'll go. Then I have just the right thing for you. I'll be just a minute. Okay. He neatly stacked our plates before he took them into one of his forepaws and went back into the kitchen using his 3 other limbs. I couldn't help but think that it looked pretty awkward. When he returned balancing a plate on with a rather attractive cake. Dude, are you banging anything? In a similar manner, I realized he would have to make multiple trips to carry everything to the table. Help him. Just help him. As soon as I stood up and moved towards him, he made a strange face and spoke up. No. Sit down, please. I can handle it. You're my guest, after all. Not wanting to upset him, I sat down again and waited. Oh, Jesus. Once he placed the first cake slice on the table, he went back to fetch the other. When he approached the table a second time, though, one of the tiny dessert forks started to slip off the plate. Remy reached with his free forepaw in an attempt to save it, but lost balance with its support and fell over. Oh, Jesus. In an instant, the plate, fork, and cake slice flew through the air. The dish and silverware clattered as the pristine cake crumbled into a sad heap on the floor. Oh no. Remy. Well, it's still on the plate. No, we're good. It's just a little bit of frosting. It'll clean right up. For a few moments, there was silence as Remy and I looked at the result of his blunder. Oh, I'm sorry, Robert. You don't need to apologize. I must ask. This isn't about you and your cake. This always happens to me, no matter how hard I try. Remy is really, like, there is, like, millimeters of space between Remy and Adine, honestly. You have proper hands, so do some of the other species. How can someone like me even be a librarian? Librarian. Not a day goes by without me dropping a scroll and unfurling it across the room. But the customers don't care or pity me too much to say anything. It's a common sight for them, after all. This is about Amira, isn't it? I guess it is. I just don't see why someone like me got to be a librarian when there were others more qualified to the position, or who were at least capable of not dropping the inventory on a daily basis. She makes fun of you for it. I knew it. I mean, why else would she have me do these tasks all the time? Sorting books, carrying things from one place to another. I shouldn't be doing that. I should work somewhere where my worth is only in the entertainment I provide. Why don't you look for a new job? These positions have terms, similar to that of ministers. If I ended my employment prematurely, it wouldn't look great. How long do you have left? A while. Can't you report her to her superior or something? Not really. It's not like I could prove anything. Her public and her private demeanor are two very different things, and it would be my word against hers. I just want to have a nice evening with you, and how it ended up like this. I shouldn't have brought that up. Don't worry about it. I still think it was a nice evening. Maybe you should stop being such a sourpuss then. I can help you clean up. Thank you. Oh. Poor guy. We cleaned up together, and by the end he seemed to be in higher spirits. Afterwards, we said our goodbyes and I left, not sure what to think. Was I a little sad there at the end? Oh, Jesus! Conflict. Chapter 5. Oh, God. Wait, is that the moon? Or... Oh, God, I hope this is the... Whoa, no! Oh, no. Oh, shit. Who the fuck doesn't die? Holy crap. Oh my god. That was fucking Sebastian. Alright guys? I don't... Man. I was having an okay time. Okay. After a night of turbulent dreams, my consciousness returned to the shores of the waking world. Today is the day of the big fireworks. Who shall I bring? Well, I guess I'll just go alone. Alright. I guess she's here. No, it's not. It's Sebastian. Are you ready? Ready for what? The fireworks, silly. Oh, of course. Let's go. You want to go out for a fireworks? 5 hours later. Where are we going? To the fireworks, dude. You're letting me out here. Kind of fucking... Okay. After a few minutes of walking, we arrived at a rather empty-looking area near the edge of town. Here we are. If this is everyone... I'm disappointed. I thought it would be crowded here. This is actually one of my training spots, and it turns out you can see the fireworks pretty well from here, too. So this is your secret spot, then. Oh, Jesus. I guess you could say so. Well, now that I know of it, I suppose it's not so secret anymore. Not if you keep it to yourself. We could make it our secret. Do it. Just, yes. If you say so. Come on! What kind of fucking answers is that? God damn. You have zero game there, man. And you are me. I guess this is accurate, huh? Shit. Now I'm sad. Hey, looks like it's starting. Now, take a good look. We waited quietly as the stillness of the night enveloped us. Soon I heard the sound of the first rocket making its way into the night sky after which it exploded on a pattern of colors. The right click, I'm just so energized that I just accidentally right click and I fuck it up. More rockets followed, their thunderous noise echoing throughout the land. Ooh, pretty. Wow. It's explosions. Suddenly, a terrible realization hit me. Considering how public of an event this was and how everyone would be watching the fireworks, now would be the best time for Reza to make his move. Not only was the village basically deserted, but the sounds of the fireworks would also overshadow any gunshots, giving him as much security as he would ever have. As the portal had been repaired by the mysterious person I met, now was the perfect time for Reza to make his getaway, and I was the only one he knew. Adine, I think we need to go now. Stop joking around, Robert. You still haven't seen the best part. I know where Reza is. We need to stop him. Are you serious? Yes, I am. Wait, dragons have guns? No, Reza, the other human, brought it with him because he's a fucking dick. What should we do then? Maybe you could fly and get us some help. I'll try to buy us some time by confronting him. All right, where should I meet you? Somewhere near the portal. He'll be there. Let's go. Oh god. This is like... I gotta get these good drafts. Oh, Jesus. I arrived at the portal just a few minutes later. I couldn't help but be glad it was still turned off and didn't appear to have been used recently. But it meant Reza was still here, somewhere. I looked around, thinking about where he could be or if it was worth waiting for him when I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Hesitating, I drew near. Fuck. Yeah, that's Sebastian, alright. Fuck. Shit. God damn it. God damn it! I checked Sebastian for any signs of life and found nothing. However, his body was still warm. Reza was here very recently, but he hadn't used the portal just yet. Why? Sebastian's guard post was not just for the portal itself, but also the surrounding area. Since Reza was already here, he probably had some unfinished business very close by. He's gonna kill He's gonna kill Maverick. Fuck. The underground building. The administrator had told me all about the prowess of the generators within. It probably hadn't been hard for Reza to guess the same, or to try stealing them from a place he knew would be even more deserted than the rest of the village was right now. He also didn't have to go far from the portal. All things considered, it was the only option that made sense to me. I could have waited for Reza here, but in the end I decided it would be better to meet him underground. If there's going to be a confrontation, I was sure it would have the advantage in a more crowded space. Even in the darkness, it was easy for me to spot the site where they had unearthed the building's entry, as it was in a roped-off area that I had seen from afar before. Oh god. Oh god, this is going to get fucking crazy. When I entered the building, I was met by a long illuminated hallway that was lined with doors on both sides. Since the lights were already on, Reza had to be very close. I wasn't surprised that the building still having electricity, since its generators were also powering the portal. Suddenly one of the doors opened, and out came Reza, carrying a large cardboard box. When he saw me, he set it on the ground. He's got a gun. What a fucking douche. I'm gonna punch that fucking... Robert, you're here! You don't even know how glad I am to see you. I've wanted to talk to you for so long, I even tried to contact you. But I couldn't with someone tailing you the whole time. But talking can wait. Now that you're here, we've got everything. Come on, help me with this and let's get out of here. No. No, what are you talking about? At least I can do Reza's voice. I'm not doing anything until you answer a few questions. You want to talk now? Sure, why not? We probably got a few hours if we wanted to. None of them will disturb us here. We can even get a backup generator as well, after we send this one on over. When did you realize we were in the past? How did you know about the comet? I've known for a while. It's what I wanted to talk with you about when we met at the portal. How about you? I only recently found out. Stop ninjaing his loot! No. I rolled need! I don't even know what that means. Looking back, it just seems so obvious. Excuse me. It just seems so obvious to me now. I'm not sure how exactly you figured it out, but there are so many damn clues when you think about it. I mean, how could a supposedly completely different, independent civilization speak the same language as us? What was this supposed to be? An alternate reality? No, it's just a different time. When was there anything resembling these creatures? God. Hold on. Sorry, my sniffles are acting up. He's the tank, he gets to call pulls. Not his fault he won the need role in Sebastian. Classic. When was there ever anything resembling these creatures on Earth? It's not hard to make the jump from dragons to dinosaurs when some of them look pretty damn near identical to dinosaurs we know about. And then there are also the prehistoric fruits, the plants, and the fact that their technological level is nearly exactly the same as our own past society. But we don't even have to think that abstract, we just need to look at the sky. The sun, the moon, even the stars are the same. Constellations change over time, of course, but you know we could account for that stuff. Jesus Christ. Oh man. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to clog it up, but it's hard to talk with it in my throat. Ugh. You could have just pointed your PDA at the sky and it would have told you the time period, including the imminent threat of being eradicated. You could even see the meteorite in the sky and how it would change its position day after day. Are you done being condescending? I guess so. You killed those dragons, Reza. What a brilliant introduction, Sherlock. Why did you do it? Do you really need me to spell it out? I thought better of you. To find out the truth about this place, I knew just waiting for the generators we were owed was not an option anymore. You know, that's what I thought. God, what a fucking douche. Look at him, his fucking belt. It would have taken who knows how long, but it didn't have to stay a day longer than necessary. Dude, you kinda, let me, befriend all these dragons. You wouldn't believe how hard it was for me to acquire some generators. Some of the dragons didn't go down easily. But who cares that they got back the generators I stole? With just this one, we won't need any of those. How could you do this? How could I do this? Ooh. Let me ask you this. What harm is there, really, in taking their generators when their whole civilization will be gone in a few weeks anyway? The ones it killed just died a little earlier than scheduled. It's not a... The ends do not justify the means, dude. Not with murder. Come on, dude. Even if that creep hadn't showed up and interrupted our meeting, we wouldn't have had time for them to make the generators for us. How about we don't let them all die? They aren't going to be extinct anytime soon if that's what you're concerned about. I paid the hatchery another visit before I came here. With the right persuasion, I think we'll have plenty of reasons to keep at least some of them around. Jesus Christ, what a fucking cock. Bodyguards, border patrols, weapons, even as pets or companions as long as we make the necessary changes. See, it's not as bad as you might think. I'm not just gonna abandon them like that only for their whole civilization to be wiped out. Get your priorities straight, Robert. Next, you'd rather starve because you suddenly empathize with a steak, and you're not satisfied just starving by yourself. No, you're gonna let all of us starve because you want to impose your roles on everyone. You lost your metaphor there near the end, but I understand what you're saying at least. Since when do you think that you get to have any say in this? You know why you're here. What you're proposing is treason, and you know the consequences. Personally, I don't mind if you want to stay here. You know, I don't care about corporal punishment. What the fuck? Oh my god, he's a Republican. Hold on. I thought it was a great idea to let a Republican be ambassador. I'm sorry. I don't mean to get political. Just let me through and you can do whatever you wish. I can't do that, Reza. I see how it is. They've told you they need a generator to stop the comet, huh? And now you've become their lackey. Don't tell me you've been drinking up what they've been telling you. You know they have as much as a vested interest in this whole thing as humanity does. That I and you do. Or at least, used to. Do you think they wouldn't do the same thing if it was their families on the line instead of ours? Their entire world is on the line here. Yeah, false equivalence there. They live in perfect harmony with their perfect green energy source and no reason for wars or conflicts. R/the snowflake, prepare for injury gibberish. Oh, Jesus. Yada yada yada. We had that too, and you know what happened then? Of course you do. This is such an idiotic trope, you know. Random person meets weird natives, learns their ways, and then ends up saving them. What do they need you for, huh? Maybe they're gonna be extinct for a reason if they can't even save themselves. You know, if our suffering, yet we'll let them have it? I don't care what happens to them, but unlike you, I was at least trying to save humanity. At any cost, you fucking dum-dum. We have the solution right here, and you want to get philosophical now? Don't you think we deserve it? They've had it for who knows how long. Now it's time for us. Oh, Jesus. Not like this. Do you think I like it? Kind of. You know, when you kill like 6 people. Kind of, you know? If there was a different way, I wouldn't have spent the last few weeks doing what you didn't. We don't live in this fairy tale world of yours where there is a perfect solution to everything. You should know that. Just being here for a few weeks must have messed you up. I think I know why. You got too used to the comforts they have here. You actually don't care if they all die back home, do you? As long as you can stay here in this perfect little world of yours, you have discarded everything and everyone back home and replaced it with this. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Because here the people aren't dicks. Clearly, if you're what humanity selected as representative, humanity's a bunch of cocks, bunch of fuckboys, bunch of douches. Because fucking chads. Maybe it is because you don't have a life back home. Oh, burn. Ooh, dude. Fuck you, Reza. Alright. I have lived being called a lifeless loser for 21 to whatever fucking, I don't know how old I am in the game, 21 years of my goddamn life. You know what? I'm okay with that. Because, unlike you, I care about shit, you fuckboy. Suck my dick, Reza. Oh, fuck you, boy. Can I just, like, oh, man. You know what I'd love is, like a cardboard cut out, and I just, like, punch it. That'd make a great video, I think. Sorry, alright. I can even understand that a little. Of course it would be nice to just stay here, where they have everything that we don't, but being here also reminded me of everything I hated about our world, as it used to be. The pettiness and the politics, say about the solar flare what you want, but it leveled the playing field and gave people like us a chance to make a difference. Fuck you, dude. This is the classic, like, oh, you know, those people who always think that they'd be like the badasses of the post-apocalyptic world when they'd be the guys who get steamrolled, right? For all of our efforts, what did we get? A vote that was meaningless in a sea of stupidity, missing an I, and lies. Now everyone has to pull their weight. We make the rules. We are the tremendous douchebags. You, of all people, should understand. Of course they wouldn't. They haven't experienced how it is to live like we do now, to see the world burn and everyone you know die around you. And because I have, I won't let the same thing happen to them. Yeah, dude. How many do you think died back home in just in the 2 weeks you've been here because we don't have power for the hospital, huh? You think those victims aren't worth mentioning, or do you just care about the few dragons I killed? Our city is the last bastion of a civilized society in a world where nothing else is left. Maybe you should have forgotten. Maybe you have forgotten about them, but I haven't. How many of us do you think will still be there in a month, a year, or are they just a statistic to you? The same could be said for the dragons, dude. What do you want to do? Talk me down from doing this, and then what? It's too late anyway. You think they're just going to let us go after what I've done? Fat chance. Dude, that's fucking circular logic. I killed the dragons because I have to get the things because they won't kill her. That's just... Whatever you may think, you'll find that our leaders back home agree with my course of action. Why are you telling me this? Because I expect you to join me. That's not going to happen. And you call yourself an ambassador? Pretty sure ambassadors don't fucking kill people. I don't know what ambassador in this world is, but in our, as far as I know, most ambassadors from like the US to wherever and from other countries to the US, I'm saying US because I live there, anyway. I'm pretty sure they don't go around fucking killing people. I'm pretty sure they're there for, I don't know, I'm sorry. Good night, Isaac's visions. This generator is the only thing we need for our city to survive. How can you even argue about this? Good night, Isaac's visions. Thanks for joining us. You can watch the rest when I put it up on YouTube. The dragons also need that generator, and I'll do what is necessary to stop you if I have to. So that makes you judge, jury, and executioner. Oh, come on. No, this makes me, I don't know, the law. That's what happens. That's flawed fucking logic. What a wonderful set of morals you have there, Robert. We only need to wait until the comet has passed safely. You think you could stop the comet? You need this generator to do that? Sure, if your plan fails, then not only is this world gone, but we lose any and all hope to save our own. We are so close now. We can't risk anything by waiting for your crazy plan when back home they are dying by the minute. I will not let you. You only want to save your own two-faced hide. Ooh. Because you don't want to face the consequences of what you did. Ellipses. Yeah, that's fucking armor-piercing right there. Yeah, see, he's fucking insane. Why are you laughing about this? Because it's a joke, it must be. I'm the one with the gun, and you thought you could just waltz in here and lecture me. Listening to you was fun and all, but the grown-ups must get back to work now. I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't stop me now anyway. Maybe I can. Suddenly, Maverick and Nadine appeared next to me. You planned this, didn't you, Robert? Traitor! And you think I let you distract me with such a cheap trick, just because I thought there was still a shred of humanity within you. Pulled his gun, not sure which of us he should be aiming at. Just let me go and I'll forget this thing ever happens. It's a fucking 6-shooter. How does he have enough ammo for anything? Like, he couldn't have smuggled a couple dozen rounds. He's probably out by now, right? You got 6 bullets for 3 people. Do you really think you can do that, Reza? Do you think this is worth risking your life for? I've been risking my life for this every day for the last 2 weeks. What did you do during that time? Sip champagne in your nice apartment? Besides, this generator and the whole building came from our time. They belong to humanity. Fucking wow. Ooh, there it is. Suddenly the administrator came out of the shadows in the hallway behind Reza. No, they belong to me. Confused, Reza spun around, aiming his gun at the newcomer who was slowly walking towards him. Who the fuck are you? Freeze! I said freeze! Want to waste your bullets on me? Feel free. You can't stop all of us. If you say so. Pulled the trigger, and the administrator fell to the ground with a dull thud that knocked her mask off. Her mask, because it was a woman. No, it was a woman. Fucking animation. Reza was quick with his gun and shot at Dean once before Maverick even had a chance to charge. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's out. As Maverick ran towards him, Reza adjusted his aim before shooting at Maverick multiple times. Maverick stumbled and fell before Reza walked up to him and shot him in the head. He's out. He's out. What now, Robert? Are you going to let me through, or do I have to finish the job with you? Dean was lying on the ground next to me, injured. Oh, God. Well, probably good that Isaac's vision's left right here. Major fucking spoilers. I looked over to Maverick and the administrator. Both lay dead in a pool of their own blood. Damn. Now you hesitate to kill after doing all this. It's your choice. Please. Just go. If you told me that a few minutes ago, I wouldn't have to do all this. Heck, you could have come with me, you stupid idiot, but you want to die here with everyone else? Feel free. Alright, step over there and lie on the ground. If I see either of you moving before I'm gone, I'll shoot. He's out of bullets! He's like definitely out of bullets. I did as he said and could only watch as he took the generator and left. Are you fucking serious? But while both Maverick and the administrator were dead, it turned out that Adine's injury was fairly minor, and she soon got the medical attention she needed. Oh, Jesus. When I attempted to use the portal to follow Reza, however, I had to realize that humanity's portal was not accessible. After Reza had arrived on the other side, he or humanity must have quickly deactivated the portal in order to prevent anyone from connecting with it again. I warned the dragons about the comet. Yeah, right. Also, 3 of us and only 6 bullets. Dude, it's 2 bullets per person. Like, even a 50-50 shot. Which, granted, is generous for someone with no training, but... he still was out. Like, he shot Maverick like at least 3 times. I warned the dragons about the comet, but without generators from the underground building, they failed at diverting the comet enough to make a difference. Yeah, at least 7 times, right? As such, the only remaining option for me was to use the portal with the administrator's coordinates, which would enable me to travel back in time to the day of my arrival in this world. I met with Adine for one last time to tell her about my plan. I would use the portal to try again, hoping for a better outcome. Oh, was that the game? Oh, no, no, no. There will always be another year, huh? What are you talking about? That's what you told me during the summer festival when you talked me out of flying in the contest. There will always be another year, so I didn't have to fly in this one. I'm sorry. Don't be. You did what you could. Even if it has to end like this, I enjoyed my time with you. Let's not have any regrets now. Thank you. Remember when I asked you what you were going to do if you knew the world was going to end? You told me you would enjoy life to the fullest until the last moment. I guess you won't have to do that if you go back. And you won't have to either if I get any say in this. Can't I just come with you? Unfortunately, no. These coordinates are timed to my biometric data. Only I could use them. Oh, well. Don't worry. I'll be back before you realize it. Nothing will have happened. I'll wait for you. Oh. What the fuck? What a depressing goddamn ending. And this is a... Wow, alright. Okay, well, I guess I was right. That was Angel Scaly Wings. At least a Dean's playthrough, guys. At least a Dean's playthrough. Wow, that was fucking depressing. Alright. Jesus. Good God. Okay, so, my thoughts about Angel with Scaly Wings. Excellent game. Honestly, really good. It constructs a meta-narrative throughout the game, which I think is pretty fitting. One minor thing, which is kind of almost a major thing, honestly, is just the typos. I realize that typos aren't that big of a deal. They happen to everyone, guys. But please, 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 proofread. Proofread. I feel like the writing quality wavered at some points, especially with the exposition dump. Oh my god, you can't... it's hard to talk frankly about the game when you have... It's so heart-rending and very emotional, I feel, and you connect so well. Look, and there's supporters if you guys supported this. I'm very happy with how this turned out. I wasn't a supporter, but I really think that this is... Oh. I think, so I'm going to give Angel Scaly Wings an 8.5 out of 10, or I'd say 4 out of 5 stars. Better than many, many, many VNs. The slight errors and, you know, very slight dips in quality do stop it from being absolutely perfect. I think that, especially in a game where it's like text-based like this, a visual novel, you need to have your typos fixed. But the characters are engaging. The characters are engaging. They're, for the most part, I feel very well written. I feel like at the end there, I actually agreed with Reza on some points. Like he had bad motives, but he had at least decent points. It's not like I'm evil because I want to be. Which is good. It's hard. I think a lot of the time it's hard to write a villain that you can sympathize with at all. And I really liked how the story didn't dump on us at the beginning what was going on. It said throughout the game it was revealed kind of how humanity got to where it was and what happened, etc. It wasn't too dumpy, exposition dumpy for that. So yeah, I like Angel Scaly Wings. I'm definitely going to be going through and completing it, but I'm not going to be streaming all of that because that would take... I mean, come on, it took us, what, like 3 months just to get through one ending? So I'll probably like record that and put it up on the YouTube channel. But yeah, so Angel Scaly Wings, pretty good game. Really enjoyed playing it and hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Anyway, I'm not ending yet, but... So that was an achievement there. You have seen what lies beneath the mask. You have seen a Dean's bad ending. Oh, great. Achievement unlocked, Getaway. You experienced just one of the many different endings of Angels with Scaly Wings. Yeah. In order to see the story's conclusion, you will have to play through the game a number of times. During the next playthrough, you may want to make different choices. You may even find the information you've gained this time to be helpful. Sometimes you might even notice that prior choices have changed the character or aspect of the game's world permanently. At any rate, feel free to employ the game's skip buttons, Control and Tab, generously, as by default, they will only skip text that you've already seen, making subsequent playthroughs much more palatable. Can you find all the different endings? You have seen your first ending. It begins. Sorry, Chelsea, came in at the very end, unfortunately. Oh, great. So this is almost exactly like Katawa Shoujo. You get little things that are different. And you go audio text. So, wow. I guess that's all the endings, damn. So yeah, so recap. Angel Scaly Wings, 4 out of 5. Reasons for it. Typos and some slight dips in writing. However, those are the cons. The strengths are... The art is actually... I really like the art. For the most part, the characters are written pretty realistically, very well, to the point where even I had points where I agreed with the main villain. So that's great. I mean, the art was good, the rating's good. It's lighthearted enough with a lot of the choices that it's funny. It's got humor, which is decently difficult to do, and maybe not appealing to everyone. I know that some people might be a little less enthused by some of it, but I would definitely say that it's humorous at parts, and lastly, yeah, the meta narrative, where it has, you know, where the game's narrative also ties into you replaying it over and over again. That's something that Undertale does. That's something that well, Undertale, I think there's other games, but off the top of my head, Undertale is definitely the, you know, almost the example to look to for that sort of thing. So yeah, very solid visual novel. Very minor nitpicks, even though for a visual novel there'd be more major. But yeah, good game. In short, good game. 4 out of 5. So that was Angel with Scaly Wings, everyone. We're gonna probably end this stream here. So next week I'll be streaming the cat that wore the Hot Tin Roof, the cat that wore a fedora, and I will be continuing this Angel with Scaly Wings playthrough. However, that'll be on the main channel through a Let's Play series, quote unquote. Unless there's a lot of interest in me continuing Angel with Scaly Wings on stream, I'd be happy to do that. I just felt that I wear out the game and then it's not as much fun to watch, but you know, it's up to you guys. Anyway, that's enough blabbing for like 8 minutes there. Thank you so much for watching, as always. You guys know where to find me: Twitter, Facebook, or not Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Discord, etc., Steam. Those are the best places to find me, as always. If you want to keep watching, do one of those, whichever one works for you. All of those are posted on every week. Most streams are at 9, so from this point, if an hour and 40 minutes ago, that's when I start. Streams are preceded by 5 minutes of music of varying things that I listen to during that week. So, if you're interested in that, feel free to join in early. I think that's everything, guys. So, that's Angel with Scaly Wings. I hope you guys liked it. We'll be back next week with a different game. Have a good night, and make sure you kiss your dragons and, you know, appreciate them, because they're not going to be here forever. Very important. Very important.